Hey guys, another day, another episode of Saltiness Isn't Bliss. Tonight on the menu, I am making meatballs. There are not a lot of ingredients to this recipe, and yet they just turn out really large, really tasty. So we're gonna start with some very lean, actually extra lean ground beef. This is just over a pound, 96% lean. 1 egg, 3/4 cup of water, and a half a package of stuffing mix. I go with the chicken stuffing. Unfortunately, those mixes have a whole lot of salt in them, so that's why I cut the recipe in half and make the size I'm making today to try to cut down on some of that sodium. So I'm going to preheat my oven to 400. So if you didn't see my little trick in the other video, I use a toothpick to open up these little packages, and it works like a charm there. Dump all of my meat right in there. Set this aside. Crack my egg. So we have our 1 pound of ground beef in the bowl, 1 raw egg, 3/4 cup of water going in, and now I'm gonna take a 6-ounce bag of stuffing mix and put half of it in there. So I just kind of squeeze right about where it would be half, and then just dump that in there. And now I'm just going to mix that well, breaking up that ground beef as I go. If you have a different type of ground meat on hand, you could always use that instead. Just make sure that when you're purchasing your meat, you try to go with the lean and you read that label on the back that tells you how much sodium is in there. So my meat mixture is all mixed up, ready to go. I just took some olive oil cooking spray, put a nice even coat on my baking sheet. So you are going to want to put a piece of aluminum foil on the baking sheet, then put your cooking spray on that. And now I'm going to shape my meatballs and get them on the pan here. So I just grab a good amount of meat out of the bowl, just kind of toss it back and forth while squeezing it to kind of give it that nice round shape. And I set it right on the pan, move on to the next. It'll vary how many meatballs you will get out of the recipe. It all depends on the size that you make them. So I kind of like to make them on the larger side. You can go smaller if you prefer that, and then you would get a lot more out of that as well. So I will be right back when these are all shaped up. Our meatballs are all shaped, ready to go. I did end up getting 10 out of that mixture. And as you can see, when you look up close here, they've just got some beautiful colors and textures to them, thanks to that stuffing mix that we added in there. So now I'm going to put them in the oven again, 400 degrees. They're gonna go in there for 16 to 18 minutes. So you just wanna keep an eye on the color, make sure all the pink is gone when you pull them out. We'll be right back when they're done. Our hearty meatballs are all cooked inside the oven. I'm gonna pull those out now. My glass is deep. Look at how good those look. I like to use tongs that have teeth on them, so I can pick those up a little bit easier. So I am going to grab a couple here, set them in my bowl. I've heated up some marinara sauce in the microwave, so I am going to scoop some of that right on top. And to finish it off, I'm going to sprinkle some Parmesan cheese right on top too. There we go. Dinner is served. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.